Meantime, President Donald Trump tweeted this morning about newly released testimony in the inquiry, saying, "Thank you to Kurt Volker, U.S. envoy to Ukraine, who said in his congressional testimony just released, 'You asked what conversations did I have about that quid pro quo, etc. None, because I didn't know there was a quid pro quo. Witch hunt.'" On to state news now. The Department of Motor Vehicles announced an accidental data breach that disclosed Social Security number information. The state's DMV said federal agencies were accidentally given access to Social Security information for about 3,200 people. The department said in a statement it discovered the data breach back in August and that for at least the past 4 years, information was accidentally accessible to 7 government entities, including the Social Security Administration Office of the Inspector General. The department says the sharing of information was not due to hacking or a result of private sharing, and that no additional information was disclosed. DMV has already started correcting the access error and implementing new rules for anyone seeking access to Social Security information. The department states that protection of personal information is important to the DMV, and we have taken additional steps to correct this error, protect this information, and reaffirm our serious commitment to protect the privacy rights of all license holders. Still ahead, it's a challenge to find a cure. How a new college class is encouraging students to find a cure to Alzheimer's disease. We'll explain after the break. Welcome back into your 17 Health Watch this afternoon. Not all teens suffering from anorexia are painfully thin. Teens and young adults can meet all of the criteria for the eating disorder, but have a normal body weight. Researchers say patients with this condition, known as atypical anorexia, can still be dangerously ill. They found that losing large amounts of weight quickly was the best predictor of problems in atypical anorexia patients. The most common symptoms were extremely low heart rate and blood pressure and electrolyte imbalances. A new study reveals inadequate sleep may harm bone health of older women. Scientists from the University of Buffalo looked at over 11,000 postmenopausal women. Those who slept less than 5 hours a night were 22% more likely to have low bone mass than women who slept for 7 hours. They also had a 63% higher risk of osteoporosis. A new class being offered at the University of Arizona will challenge students with finding the cure for Alzheimer's disease. Priscilla Casper reports.
University of Arizona Health Sciences is preparing to offer a class come January 2020 called Designing Drugs from Chemistry to Cure, allowing students to develop their own unique drug compounds to treat Alzheimer's disease with the help from a university medicinal chemist.
The idea behind the course is that the students are going to be in the course developing a drug sort of in silico in the computer throughout the entire course. At the end of the course, they have a pitch to pharmacy, to industry, to Tech Launch Arizona.
Once they are done with the invention, she says they could have a startup company.
I hope that what they do is they learn to develop themselves these products. I hope that they can learn, that they can realize that developing a drug is really not a black box. It is something that we can all, given enough creativity, given enough innovation, and money.
Senior Victor Miranda, majoring in microbiology as an undergrad, says this is a class giving him the opportunity to see multiple factors in drug discovery.
A lot of the skills that we learn in class, a lot of them are not, they feel very abstract and not concrete at all. And as soon as we develop a lot of those same techniques that we talk about in class, but we never do. And that really pushes us to be better students.
He says this class allows students to think about molecular drivers from diseases in a much more concrete manner and trying to push to help better the lives of people.
A lot of these diseases are very horrible, and they really hinder the quality of life of a lot of people. So it's really, I think, one of the biggest drivers of us as a lab.
Priscilla Casper reporting. 11,000 scientists have signed on to a new study which says Earth is facing a climate emergency. The new study of how human activity has impacted the planet over the last 40 years says greenhouse gas emissions are rising quickly and governments aren't doing enough to slow it down. It was published Tuesday in the Journal of Bioscience. The research was led by 2 ecologists at Oregon State University. The study says there are 6 key areas that governments, business, and the public can make changes, including the exploding population. The authors say that family planning, more use of renewable energy, and fewer fossil fuels. And also the study says that people should eat more plant-based foods to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from livestock. All right, let's head back out to the Honor Flight fundraiser and check out how things are going and how you can still help make the difference in the life of a veteran. Hey, Kev.
Hey, Maddie, it is a bright and sunny day out here along Rosedale, and we're at the Chewy's parking lot, and we've been here all morning long. We're kind of teaming up with Honor Flight Kern County, trying to raise money so that we can send more vets back to Washington, D.C. to see the monuments that have been built in their honor. Our goal is to send over 100 veterans to Washington, D.C. in April, but we can't make it happen without the community support. So we hope that you'll find your way down here throughout the day. We'll be here till 7 o'clock collecting money. It doesn't matter if it's a quarter, a dollar, whatever you can give will all help. And we have a lot of veterans that need to go back and see these monuments. So we're hoping that community will make it happen. On the weather front, we were just talking how beautiful it is out here for our Honor Flight fundraiser, and temperatures today expected to be right near 80 once again. Right now, Bakersfield is sitting at 76, 74 to the north in Delano, and then into the mountains, a nice afternoon to start. 72 in Frazier Park, Tehachapi at 73, 79 out of Lake Isabella. As we take a look at the satellite radar, not much to show you this afternoon. We did see a little bit of coastal fog. That is burning off as we speak. High pressure in control, and no major changes on any type of storm system making its way into Kern County anytime soon. We do have a little bit of moisture off to the east in parts of the Four Corners region, especially out of New Mexico and into the eastern part of Arizona. That's where that will stay. Temperatures right now are running into the upper 50s for the Bay Area, 74 in Fresno, and 60s down to the south. And daytime highs today pretty close to what we were at yesterday. 79 in Fresno, LA, 72, 71 in San Diego, and then 78 to the east of us in Vegas. Here's a look at the beaches. We did deal with some fog, but other than that, sunny skies this afternoon. 63 out of Pismo. Morro Bay, a beautiful day in the mid-60s with a light wind out of the west-northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your forecast today on the air quality, unfortunately unhealthy for sensitive groups. AQI at 101. We do have a little bit of a haze. No burning unless you are registered. Here's a look at your forecast the rest of your Wednesday here. Sunny skies will prevail, and 81 in Bakersfield, 80 in Delano, 79 in Taft, and also in Buttonwillow for the mountains in the Kern River Valley. Beautiful sunny day. 72 in Frazier Park, 71 in Tehachapi, and right near 80 for Lake Isabella and Kernville. Mid-70s out of Weldon, and the desert looking just as nice under sunny skies and a light southwest wind. 77 today in Mojave. Your extended forecast, very little change here. We're going to be in the lower 80s who's Friday. Upper 70s will return for the weekend into next week. Next Monday, Veterans Day. Don't forget, we have the Veterans Day Parade downtown. It is going to be beautiful for the parade. I hope all of Kern County will come out and support. The morning hours will be in the 50s, but then afternoon highs will be in the upper 70s. For the mountains, beautiful conditions throughout the next 7 days with temperatures into the upper 60s and lower 70s. Overnight temperatures will be into the 40s, and the Kern River Valley forecast, we're looking at 70s and 80s across the board. Overnight temperatures will be into the 40s and 50s. Back out here live again along Rosedale at Chewy's. This is one location where we've got these nice little buckets that are being passed around, and people have been coming by. I reach in right now and take a look. $5. So every dollar helps. Again, our goal is to send more veterans to Washington, D.C. Come on, Kern County. Let's make it happen. Maddie, we'll send it back to you.
Every little bit helps. Every big donation, small donation. And talking to those veterans this morning and seeing the tears in their eyes when they talked about what it meant to take that trip, it's all worth it. Still ahead here on 17 News at noon, it pays to shop. Hundreds of stores are promising to give you back a portion of what you spend. What you need to do to take advantage of Cash Back Day coming up.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Back now on your 17 Business Watch this afternoon, and we are checking stocks live. They're mixed today, but mostly unchanged. Today, the Dow is down just about a fraction of a point. The NASDAQ down 25. The S&P 500 up 1 point. Let's check out oil prices while we're at it. West Texas Intermediate selling for $56.48 a barrel, and Midway Sunset started the day at $60.98. While AT&T settles over claims it misled consumers, the wireless carrier will have to pay out $60 million after the Federal Trade Commission alleged AT&T misled millions by charging them for unlimited data plans. Affected customers will not be required to submit a claim for the refunds. Current AT&T customers will automatically receive a credit. Former customers will receive checks. If you use Facebook, listen up. Do you remember when there were all of those quizzes that popped up on your feed, but you had to download an app to take the quiz? It looks like some of those apps had access to certain Facebook user data. This prompted the social media giant to put limits on what kind of information they could get. But here's the catch. Yesterday, Facebook said as many as 100 app developers may have still had access to that kind of stuff for months after those limits were put in place. In a blog post, they explained it was because those developers still had access to group member information that includes names and profile pictures in connection with group activity for longer than they had intended. Starting tomorrow, holiday cups are making a comeback at Starbucks. This year, there are 4 new cups. Starbucks says the new cups are meant to spark many moments of joy this holiday season. And with the cups come the holiday drinks. Returning tomorrow, the peppermint mocha, chestnut praline latte, and the eggnog latte. A new consumer and retail holiday is just hours away. It's called Cash Back Day. Hundreds of stores are promising to give you a portion of what you spend. Whether you're shopping for gifts or thinking of buying a few things for yourself, you'll be able to get as much as 20% back on your purchases. Cash Back Day kicks off at midnight and only lasts 24 hours. NBC's Vicki Nguyen has details on how to make the most of it.
Hold the turkey and pile on the savings before Thanksgiving. Consumer savings website Retail Me Not rounding up hundreds of retailers to offer you up to 20% cash back for your online holiday purchases on Cash Back Day, a new 24-hour shopping holiday on the first Thursday of November.
If you're looking to shop in any category, you can guarantee that you're going to find that category and that particular store on Cash Back Day.
Stores like Macy's offering 20% cash back and Neiman Marcus 16%. Online retailers like Amazon and Overstock participating too. Even CVS Photo with 20% and Home Depot with 14%. Plus hundreds more. That means cashback deals on apparel, electronics, shoes, jewelry, and toys.
There are some retailers who are offering a little bit more and a little bit less, but the average is about 20% payout.
So how does it work? Head to Retail Me Not's website or download the app on your smartphone and create an account.
Here's what you do next. If you're using the app, just click on the Cashback tab. Starting at midnight, this is where hundreds of online retailers will show up with their deals. Click on the deal that you're interested in, for example, the Sephora deal. Click on the Activate and Shop tab. It'll redirect you to the retailer you want, and you can start shopping.
Make sure you check all the boxes to qualify for the cashback deal before you buy. The only catch, once you make your purchase, you won't see that money right away. It'll take up to 45 days.
Whether you're on the website or the app, your cashback is going to show up right here in the wallet under My Rewards, right there.
Just hit Redeem Reward to cash out on Venmo or PayPal. If you don't have an account, you can also redeem your cash in the form of a gift card to use at your favorite retailer. No matter how you spend or save it, that's up to 20% cash back in your pocket when you need it most.
NBC's Vicki Nguyen reporting. It's one of the most well-known streets in America, and this week it's celebrating a big milestone. Sesame Street is about to hit a milestone anniversary, kicking off its 50th season this weekend. NBC's Liz McLaughlin shows us how the classic kids show continues to impact lives.
Sesame Street may be turning 50, but the Muppets haven't aged a bit.
Elmo is permanently 3.5 years old.
Entertaining preschoolers across generations.
I grew up on Sesame Street. I think it's amazing that my daughter, who's only 2, is growing up on Sesame Street.
Over the decades, a slew of celebrities have appeared on the show.
From Beyonce to Michelle Obama to Adam Sandler.
Making Sesame Street a staple of pop culture that continues to stay relevant.
Would you call me the Grouch?
Recently parodied on Saturday Night Live.
One of the things that I think Sesame Street does really well is it adapts.
Now utilizing multiple platforms to evolve with kids' changing media habits.
We're so much more than a TV show. We're an experience on television. We're digital games. We're theme parks.
All with the mission to help kids grow smarter, stronger, and kinder. Sesame Street has grown to reach more than 150 countries in 70 languages.
I grew up watching it in Sweden.
Some call it the longest street in the world, teaching not only ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but valuable life lessons.
When people die, they don't come back. Ever?
Including tough topics.
And we try to demystify that on a kid level for kids and their families.
Introducing new characters dealing with issues such as addiction.
My mom was away for a while.
And autism.
Sometimes it takes Julia a while to answer.
We've always had that lens of inclusion.
As Sesame Street celebrates 50 years.
Come on, everybody!
Fans say the show and the messages at its core.
Everyone makes mistakes, so why can't you? Why can't you?
Have made a lifelong impression.
Can you tell me
how to get to Sesame Street?
Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Well, it may not be winter yet, but Mother Nature's sure getting ready. More on this spectacular view in Finland after the break. Welcome back here on 17 News at noon. It looks like a beach in Finland is stocked and ready for a major snowball fight. Check this out. These are mounds of ice balls, some shaped like eggs, others perfectly round, covering miles of shoreline. The beach is on an island in Lapland in the Gulf of Bothnia. The area separates Finland and Sweden in the northern Baltic Sea. Meteorologists say ice balls such as these form when turbulent water near the shore breaks up a layer of slushy ice. The layers of slush stick together and build upon each other in the super cold water. As the waves crash ashore, it causes the ice to spin in place, which then smooths them into balls. Wow, just beautiful. So neat. Thanks so much for joining us for 17 News at noon. We'll see you back tonight at 5 and 6. Have a great day.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.